According to the National Coalition for Homelessness, between 1.5 and 3.5 million people experience homeless each year in the United States. That's between 1.5 and 1% of the population of the country. So often we think of homelessness as somebody else's problem. Well, it's not somebody else's problem, it's our problem too. And so we should talk about homelessness. As a Christian man who's lived in downtown Long Beach, California, I've seen firsthand what homelessness is. That city has a large homeless population. So I am familiar with the problem and see the damage that it's causing in lives. This presentation will address the seriousness and ongoing problem of homelessness in America and consider the mindset of many people who see the issue as somebody else's problems and not their own, and then of course comparing that with biblical teaching. This speech will cover 3 areas regarding homelessness. First, getting a clear understanding of what homelessness means in America today. Second, what it is and is not working to solve homelessness. And third, why it is biblical to help the homeless and how you can help. So let's start by talking about what homeless really means. According to the National Coalition of Homelessness, homelessness is the number of people who experience homelessness over time and not the number of homeless people. Therefore, since getting exact numbers and defining conditions may not be an exact science, based on the National Coalition of Homelessness.org, here are the types of people who experience homelessness. Single people account for 48% of all homelessness. Single parents and couples with children account for 50% of the homelessness. Veterans made up 57,000 members of the homeless population last year. And finally, 1/3 of all homeless were people under the age of 24. Now that I've defined who the homeless is, let's talk about solutions. Simply throwing money at the problem hasn't helped. Billions of dollars each year are applied to the homelessness in America. According to the U.S. Conference of Mayors report in 2008, 19 of 25 cities reported an increase in homelessness from the prior year. This means the problem is getting bigger, not smaller. There are several reasons why this current strategy hasn't worked. First, the government has already made a large commitment to homelessness. According to the Urban Institute, 4 out of the top 10 nonprofits who receive government funding were food and housing related. However, the issue of homelessness is increasing, not decreasing, so government help isn't enough. Second, non-Christian groups do a great job overall, but there's so much more that can be accomplished. Groups like Habitat for Humanity do an excellent job, but it's Christian charities like the Mission, the Los Angeles Mission, who do most of the heavy lifting. Third, society as a whole marginalizes the homeless, and homeless monies are spent elsewhere. As an example, PETA raised and spent over $50 million last year. Now, PETA is important for pets, but I think most people would agree that pets don't hold the same level as homelessness. So the question becomes, if no one else is willing to step in and solve this problem, who will? Jesus states in several times and in several ways in John 14 to keep his commandments. This includes taking care of those who are less fortunate and need help. The homeless need our help. There are several ways you can make a difference. First, you can actively participate in a homeless ministry. This doesn't require you to be on the streets if you don't feel called to do so. There are countless support roles that also need filling. Also, this doesn't mean that you have to do it full time. Part-time works just as well. Base it on your commitment that the God puts in your heart. According to Early and Gutierrez in their book Evangelism, you not only have to accept the idea that God will use you if you are willing, regardless of your age or your life situation. Another way you can help is to participate in prayer. Matthew Barnett, a leading Christian homeless advocate, says, prayer is critical, not the kind where you tell God what to do, but the kind where God tells you what to do. Finally, participate in financial support. If you can't support with hands, at least you can support with your wallet. Homeless ministries are they're always in need of money, and any amount will help. We encounter homeless people One more thing, we encounter homeless people at one time or another in our day-to-day lives. When the homeless come to you looking for money, give money if you feel it's appropriate, but always offer prayer. I can speak from personal experience. It is rare that when you offer prayer for somebody that's asking for money, that they will turn down that prayer. Now that I've given you an opportunity, or now that I've given you an overview about homelessness and how you can help, let's summarize. Today, you've heard that homelessness is a serious ongoing problem in America. You've heard that our government isn't winning the war on homelessness. You've heard that, that there's ways that you can help. Remember, homelessness is not someone else's problem. It's your problem too. It's biblical to step into action and to start to work on this problem. John 14:15 says, Jesus says, if you love me, keep my commandments. Let's work together. Let's honor God and follow his desires for us. Thank you.